Hi folks, welcome to Crisco's Corner. Are you tired of the same old blah, 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 blah from the media? Do you like unfiltered commentary? Would you like to go back to the days when our rights meant something? Well, you've come to the right place, Crisco's Corner. The fight to get back the ideals of our founders will be long and hard. Please support the channel by subscribing. And as always, thank you for your support. Hi folks, welcome back to Crisco's Corner. Well, they've done it now. They've done pissed me off. Not many people know that watch my channel is I have a Mr., and I have emphasis on Mr. Potato Head collection. And I see that Hasbro has decided to take off the Mr. I'm going to show a short clip of my potato head collection. I don't get to show it off much, so I'm going to show you a video in a few seconds here. But here it is, story on Mr. Potato Head. Right after I do the story here on Fox, I'm going to show you my potato head collection. Hasbro rebranding Mr. Potato Head. Toy line is gender neutral potato head, but not renaming individual toys. You know what, guys? You've pissed me off now. This Potato Head's my buddy. I have a convenience store in upstate New York, and about 20-odd years ago, somebody brought me one potato head. It looked like the old owner that I bought the store from, and it looked like him, so I kept it. And then people brought in potato heads in my store, and it grew and grew and grew. And what you're going to see in the video coming up is a lot of my collection. I've got probably another 100 plus, maybe even 200, but I've got nowhere to display them. They're in the back shelves behind my register. Nobody can really see them. It's kind of wasted there, but I can't leave the collection out where the customers are, of course, because they'll get lifted. But let's read the story, then I'll show you the video of my collection. Mr. Potato Head, the classic Hasbro toy, which includes the mustached Mr. Potato Head and clean-shaven Mrs. Potato Head, will be rebranded as a gender-neutral potato head toy line. Oh, God. These guys are stupid. Absolutely stupid. We're finding a sound effect here that'll... yeah, that's the sound effect that I'm going to use here. It's so stupid. Is it virtue signaling? Is it saving them money? Is they giving them tons of publicity like it is now? But is it worth changing the name of a toy to like this? With no Mr. and no Mrs.? What are they going to have next? Trans potato heads? I mean, come on. This is so stupid. It's Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. What are they going to do? Put warnings now in front of Toy Story, one of the most classic series of all time in animated movies? It's amazing. I love Toy Story. It brought back Mr. Potato Head being popular again. Oh, God. Hasbro said his Mr. Potato Head brand, which includes all kinds of toy tubers, that's true, is being simply changed to Potato Head in order to better reflect the full line. The brand stresses, however, that neither of the individual Mr. or Mrs. Potato Head toys will be renamed. It's, well, we're renaming Mr. Potato Head brand to Potato Head to better reflect the full line. The iconic Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head characters are going anywhere, remain Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, the brand wrote in a statement shared with Fox News. Now, there you go. So is this virtue signaling for the stupid Equality Act, which is a watered-down version, or trying to get an equal rights amendment passed, which never passed the states, become an amendment? This is the way the Democrats sneaking it in. Well, you ladies that wanted equality, you got it. They want to put in going into the military and the draft. Sign up for the draft, ladies. Be careful what you wish for, because you may well get it. And they're not going to give you jobs if you get drafted in the hospitals and in the kitchens. You're going to get real live ammo and bombs shot at you. Idiots. Hold that taut. Your maiden spud, Miss Potato Head, isn't going anywhere. While it was announced today that the Potato Head brand and logo were dropping Mr. I am proud to confirm that Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head are going anywhere remain Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. And that's Hasbro's Twitter account. Culture has evolved, Boyd told the outlet. Kids want to be able to present their own experiences. The way the brand currently exists with the Mr. and Mrs. is limiting when it comes to both gender identity and family structure. You're going to structure Mr. and Mrs. Potato Heads and all the other toys that go with it around family structures, you morons. Morons. This is what I meant by, I know they're going to keep Mr. and Mrs. I was only half kidding before, but this progressivism, this cancer, is seeping into every nook and cranny of our culture. Let me read the rest of it, then I'll show you my Mr. Potato Head collection. Boyd added that Hasbro hopes the branding will allow our kids to make little potato families however they see fit. Well, they can still do that now. To that end, the Potato Head toy line is also debuting a new product that creates your own Potato Head family that includes enough potatoes and accessories for kids to create all types of families. I don't have a problem with that. In fact, originally, if I remember right, only the parts came, and you got to get your own potato back in the 50s. And I have a Snapple cap that said the very, very first television ad for a toy, old black and white TV days, I believe it was in the 50s, early 50s, or maybe even the late 40s. The first commercial for a toy on TV was Mr. Potato Head. So he's been around a long time, the longest TV's been around. So there you have it, folks. So let me show you my potato collection. Well, since Mr. Potato Head is in the news because Hasbro is going to take away the name Mr. Potato Head, I figured I'd show my Mr. Potato Head collection here at my store. Had it for a long time. Quite a collection. So I took a little survey. Now there's Woody there, but he's with Mr. Potato Head and the Army Men, so they don't get separated. But all my potato heads, there's another whole bunch of them. You'll see on the other shelf here. We got a little meeting. All my potato heads, and we decided that Hasbro sucks. That Hasbro sucks, and Mrs. Potato Head even got in the conversation. As you can see, all my potato heads. My daughter got me that one that's out by itself, the stand-up one with a straw hat on. She got that in Manhattan years ago when she was young. And all of them down here, all the little ones, all the big ones, we all took a vote. And we all told Hasbro that they can shove it. As you can see, there's quite a few here. I'll zoom in a little. And they're all in a row here, big, small, and everything in between. It's been collecting, it's probably been close to 20 years. Started out as a joke. Now see, here's Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head together, and I asked them what they thought of Hasbro changing it, and you can see what he did. He's just glancing at her, and she's glancing at him like, you answer first. But Toy Story, it's really, really stupid. It's really, really dumb. As you can see here, got quite a bit. I've got another couple of hundred of them probably. I just got nowhere to put them. Got a lot of body parts. Yeah, the potato heads there, they didn't want to hear it. When I told them about it, they covered their ears. That's part of my potato head collection. There's quite a bit more, but so far in the surveys, well, there's some body parts. Naked potato heads. There's some more parts. Looks like a graveyard. And there's some on the bottom here. I ran out of room. They're in the back wall of my store here in upstate New York. Try to get a long view, if I can, of it all. But, there they all are there. Cordisco's, that's the name of my store. Cordisco's Corner Store. Got quite a few. Well, maybe someday I'll sell it, I don't know, we'll see, or I'll just let my kids have it. We gotta back up here so we can get them all in. And look at the census, like I said. And the vote is unanimous by all the potato heads that Hasbro sucks. And we are going to continue to call Mr. Potato Head, Mr. Potato Head. And we're going to continue to call Mrs. Potato Head, Mrs. Potato Head. So there you have it, directly from the horse's mouth, from Mr. Potato Head himself. And here is one of the original looking Mr. Potato Heads, who says, Hasbro sucks. Anyway, that's, being there's a story on Mr. Potato Head, I thought it'd be funny to show some of my collection. And there it is. Mr. Potato Head is no more. Well, there you have my potato head collection. I'm pretty proud of it, actually. I very rarely get to show it off. I have a small convenience store in upstate New York, and gosh, I've had that for over 20 years. Started with one and built up over time. People brought them in for free, customers, and I get them as gifts. I'll see some maybe at a flea market, or I'll be in Walmart or another store, and I'll see a different one, and over time it just builds and builds. If you look in there, I also have, there's sets of cards. There's a tie, you know, a bow tie, a necktie, all kinds of stuff. Washcloths, T-shirts, sweatshirts. Mr. Potato Head's the man. And and I love Toy Story. I always have. And I remember I had the Potato Head collection started long before Toy Story. But when Toy Story came about, it was great. Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, she saves the day. He saves the day in one movie. It's really great. It's great. It's a great story. And it made Mr. Potato Head popular again. And my understanding, Don Rickles, who did the voice of Mr. Potato Head, rest his soul, he was in the last Toy Story movie, but he had died just previous to making it. And what they use is a lot of his audio from the past, and they spliced it together, and his family went along with it. So that was really cool that he got to be the Mr. Potato Head in the last movie. But you'll see there's all kinds of sizes, barn animals, a giant Santa. I have a giant Darth Vader. It's just all kinds of stuff in there. And so I hope you enjoyed my potato head collection. Enjoyed as much having it. I never get to show it off, so this is pretty cool. Now that Mr. Potato is in the news, and when's the next time that's going to happen? Probably never. Yeah, am I a little irritated by it? Yeah, it's not the end of the world. They'll keep Mr. and Mrs. And they'll just put a bunch of parts together, and the kids can, you know, put the arm on the eye, and they can put the foot in the nose, you know, and do what little kids do. Anyway, folks, until next time, goodbye and good luck.